between some trains.
Reporting live, Moment Qureshi, City News.
And our coverage continues with our Kevin Meisner. He's speaking with some brave souls on the streets downtown.
The flags here outside Toronto City Hall that usually gently flutter in the breeze are now furiously flapping in these strong wind gusts. As Annette walking through Nathan Phillips Square, taken by surprise by the snow driven sideways by the wind.
Oh my goodness, the big Christmas tree is swaying with all the ornaments. Terrible. There's like a sandstorm here, but it's a winter storm.
Andre says take his word for it, it's not nice outside.
If the winds are really picking up, stay home if you can, please.
I was going to say, what is your advice? And that is your advice.
Yes, it is.
Are you regretting your decision to step outside here?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Road and sidewalk salters are making the rounds right across the city, but roads are still icing up. Snow is accumulating on top. That's making for a dicey drive. Here at Toronto City Hall, Kevin Meisner, City News.
Well, there is a major highway closure happening this hour west of the GTA. The 401 is now closed in both directions from London all the way down to Tilbury because of reports of dozens of crashes. Chris Schmidt says the conditions there are just brutal.
Right now in southwestern Ontario, between Tilbury and Colonel Talbot, out towards London, we have multiple vehicles, reports of up to 100 vehicles involved in multiple collisions. And Highway 401 is shut down in both directions in that area.
Now, Schmidt urging people to stay off the roads this afternoon as the storm intensifies here in the GTA.
From the Great Lakes right down to the Mexico border, 200 million Americans are under some kind of winter weather warning. Forecasters say Buffalo may be in the midst of its worst blizzard ever. That's where we find our meteorologist, Carl Lamb.
It's already been near 60, 65, even some areas near 70 miles an hour. This is a prolonged wind event. This is not ending anytime soon. This continues.
And that's time for sports. And from Sportsnet 590 The Fan, hey there, Brushesh Dave.
Hey, good afternoon, Steve. Well, Pascal Siakam's coming off that 50-piece he dropped against New York. Might have put up something special tonight with a bit of holiday magic sprinkled in. The Raptors in Cleveland for their last matchup before the break, looking for a second straight win. Tip-off at 7:30. The Canada's men's junior hockey team has one last exhibition game this evening in Halifax before the World Juniors officially start on Boxing Day. Canada's got Finland with a 6:30 showdown. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour. Or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
Now streaming on City TV Plus. Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Carla Vicino starring the intense new thriller Leopard Skin. The Diamond Heist Gone Wrong.
Time now for our Christmas news. It is cookie time with Premier Doug Ford on Twitter today. The Premier can be seen decorating sugar cookies with white icing and sprinkles in a new video, while at the same time reflecting on his childhood Christmas memories. Ford wrapping up the video by wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Christmas news at 25 minutes past every hour on City News 680.
And delays. It's actually easier to pick out flights that are on time because there's so few of them. Everything else is cancellation or delay. So if you are heading out, keep in mind WestJet says all flights in and out of Toronto canceled. Air Canada advising you to check and triple check your flight status before you head out to the airport because it's pretty rough. And it's not just here, it's actually including across the U.S. Look at the numbers of cancellations at airports across the country. LaGuardia is rising. Denver is rising. SeaTac. Chicago, of course, where we are. But also we're seeing places like D.C. and Boston rising on the list. 42% of all flights have been canceled at Detroit. That is a big hub. So with that kind of hit all across the continent, that means flights in and out of Toronto will be impacted all weekend likely, so keep that in mind. Reporting live, Moment Qureshi, City News.
A check of gas prices next.
City News Time, 1:39.
This is the one in the London Day Cheese Market. Your source for gift boxes, baskets, and our specialty items. Perfect for the food lover in your life. Visit any of their 5 locations or shop online at grandecheese.ca. Now with the forecast, here's Denise Andriachi. Well, of course, the winter storm warning will remain in place for quite some time here as the winds are so gusty. The snow is light to heavy. It really depends on where you are in the GTA. It may look like it's blizzard-like conditions and we're seeing, just mountains of snow fall. But this really isn't about the accumulation. It's more about the fact that, this roughly 5 centimeters that we're expecting today is coupled with these incredibly strong winds. These are tropical storm force winds right now across the GTA.
TEA. I mean, temperatures are outstandingly cold compared to only a few hours ago. It's minus 10 now, a wind chill of minus 21 at Pearson, the overnight low minus 12.
Twas the night before Christmas and Santa was stirring. His elves were in agreement, as they were concluding. For Jolly Satanists needed extra space, and access storage was the perfect hiding place.
When you need space like Santa, head to Access Storage for safe and affordable storage solutions near you. You can create the space you need when you need it. Access Storage. Shop Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free at over 100 locations in Ontario. Visit accessstorage.ca.
All the information you need is right at your fingertips.
Download the City News Toronto app and get your information whenever, wherever.
City News, everywhere.
In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Brendan Fraser was one of Hollywood's biggest stars with roles in films like George of the Jungle, The Mummy, and Bedazzled, with City's film critic James Mann a long time.
Darren Aronofsky of Black Swan directs Brendan Fraser in an astoundingly claustrophobic performance. Fraser plays the 600-pound English teacher Charlie, delivering a performance simultaneously emotional, distraught, and yet incredibly hopeful. He tells me that this was his first time working entirely in prosthetics, and that was a very exciting challenge.
And anytime I started to feel a little uncomfortable or that I wanted something, I just thought, well, this is a Charlie has to live all day long.
Fraser won a TIFF Tribute Award for his moving performance, and you can watch The Whale now in cinemas across the country. At the cinema, James Mackin, City News.
Business is next.
City News Time, 1:55.
The CHFI Secret Voices Jackpot is waiting for you to win. Just guess our 5 famous voices in the right order at 7, 8, and 11.
And afternoons at 1 and 4.
CHFI Toronto's
Perfect music.
mix.
Go to chfi.com for all the wrong guesses.
And good luck.
네.